Hey, greetings hams. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Signal Trek. My name is Johnny, and my amateur radio call sign is Whiskey 5 Kilo Victor. You know, I was just checking out my logbook here in the back, and I was counting how many contacts I've made on the 6-meter band since I became a ham about 8 years ago. Actually, I started using HF and the 6-meter band. And I've only made 150 contacts on the 6-meter band overall. Pretty abysmal when you think about it. I'm not sure why. I used to have the attitude that, hey, this is a band that's only open during certain periods of the year, so why would I want to invest in it? That is completely the wrong attitude to take towards this band, because what I've learned is that the few times I have used it, it does some pretty amazing things for the band that it is. You can make some pretty sweet contacts when the band does decide to open up. However, when the band is closed, so to speak, when E-skip is not happening, when tropo is not happening and all that, you could probably expect to get, I don't know, out maybe 150, 200, 250 miles, depending on what type of antenna you're using, what polarization it might be. Like 6-meter antennas for a repeater are probably going to be in a vertical configuration. So if your antenna is horizontal, you're going to lose a lot of your signal. Now, I've never really had an antenna to really tinker around with the 6-meter band very much. I've always used like an end-fed. I've tuned an end-fed up. I did make a 6-meter dipole up. The cool thing about the 6-meter dipole is it's 9 feet from tip to tip. So most people have the space for a 6-meter antenna. And I would encourage everyone to hop on this band whenever they can, even when it's not open, because you can still make some pretty sweet contacts. The distance that you get for being as small of an antenna that it is pretty amazing to me. This video, we're going to be putting up something a little bit more beefy than a 6-meter dipole. I picked up the Arrow 52-4S, which is a 4-element Yagi antenna. You may know Arrow antennas better as the company that makes the handheld antennas for satellites. Now this is one of the, I think this is actually the biggest antenna that Arrow Antennas makes. Made very well. This is a 1-inch square tubing that actually connects together to make a boom that's somewhere around 115 inches in length. And then of course we have our 3/8 inch rod. These are solid rod elements. Uses a gamma match. There's a female SO239 mount right there that I actually have to take out, rotate it, and I'll show you here in a bit when I put the antenna up on a speaker tripod in my backyard how you tune the gamma match. And this allows you to connect your coaxial cable directly to the antenna, and that gamma match, the little tube, is actually how you tune the antenna. This thing has a really wide bandwidth, 4 megahertz. So I think I'm going to go right for 52 megahertz. That way it goes all the way down to 50 megahertz, and then of course all the way up to 54. The 6-meter band is huge. We're going to put it up on a 20-foot piece of pipe that's literally bolted to the side of my house. Nothing special. We're going to put it up there. My VHF UHF antenna is actually on top of that. So we'll put it on a speaker tripod first in the backyard, tune it up first, and then once that's all good and tuned, we'll get it up on the pole, and then we'll take another measurement with the antenna analyzer to make sure that things didn't change too much, make sure I don't need to tweak it while it's up on the pole. And then of course we're going to make some contacts with it. I've never had an antenna like this before for 6 meters, so I'm really interested to see how well it's going to perform. Now of course this is not a tower. It's not 30, 40, 50 feet off the ground, which is more optimum for a 6-meter Yagi. The takeoff angle sort of improves as you get the antenna further off the earth. But you know, being at 20 feet, I think I'm probably going to be pleasantly surprised at how well this thing performs. Not going to have a rotator on it or anything right now, just going to sort of hand rotate it, if you will.
The Aero 52-4S is a sturdy built antenna consisting of a split boom that makes the antenna easy for transport if needed. It's a tad bit bigger than I expected after assembly. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but we're going to go with it. It weighs about 8 pounds. There's 2 different mounting mechanisms, one for 1.5 inches or under and one for up to 2 inches. This model from Ham Radio Outlet came with both sets of hardware. The gamma match is tuned through a combination of lengthening or shortening the segments as indicated in the instructions. The estimates provided actually are very close to what I ended up with. Now, I didn't end up with the stellar DX contact like I had hoped for, but again, that's not how the 6-meter band works. It takes patience. Thanks to Kilo Sierra 6 Tango in Colorado Springs for being my first contact on the new Metal in the Sky. 7-3, and thanks for tuning in, folks.